Good afternoon. Welcome to BT Sports Score. Every Saturday we bring you all the goals, the incidents and the talking points as they happen. This week in the FA Cup first round today, as all the teams from Leagues 1 and 2 join the non-league sides who've made it through. Our reporters around the country will be keeping you up to date with all the action.
And then at 5:30, attention will switch to Stamford Bridge as Chelsea look to continue their good form when they welcome Everton. That game is live here on BT Sport 1. And as usual, Jake Humphrey is in West London nice and early to set the scene. Over to you, Jake.
Thanks very much and welcome.
Because November the 5th has actually been quite a quiet day in football history. Rather ironic, considering obviously it's bonfire night tonight. But there have been a couple of notable FA Cup first-round upsets. So in 2005, conference side Tamworth won away at League 1 Bournemouth. And in 2010, FC United of Manchester secured their first ever victory over a league side by knocking out Rochdale. However, one of today's top flight fixtures does have a history of throwing up some unexpected drama. Manchester City hosted Middlesbrough in May 2005 when, with the score tied at 1-1 and a UEFA Cup spot on the line, our very own David James was taken out of goal and told to play up front. Yeah, for the final few minutes by City boss Stuart Pearce. Now, JMO's been at Mertham today as part of our FA Cup coverage. So, JMO, what do you remember of that astonishing afternoon? Yeah, you absolutely clattered one of them as well, didn't you,
probably been overweight. Yeah, it was a good experience, and the first player to have an outfield shirt with number 1 on the back in the Premier League.
Yeah, a bit of a strange day, we've got to say. Cheers, JMO, and lots of other FA Cup games around the country today as well, Mark. Yeah, fantasy Premier League managers head into game week 11 with faith fully restored in Manchester City striker Sergio Aguero. Thank goodness for that. The Argentine broke his 6-game goal drought by delivering 16 points at the Hawthorns last weekend. And he now has a seemingly favourable date with Middlesbrough at the Etihad. I hope he gets on the score sheet again. He's my captain this week. But the most popular transfer target this week has actually been his City teammate, Gundogan. At just 5.7 million, the German has found his way into more than 380... Yeah, time for some fantasy football news now, because there's still no clean sheet for Crystal Palace this season. They're already 2-0 down at Burnley. A remarkable scoreline, maybe, considering that Burnley had the fewest shots on target of any Premier League team going into today's match. Sam Vokes bagged the first, which was his 4th Premier League goal of the season, taking him up to 43 points already and making him the highest scoring outfield player for the Clarets. Meanwhile, Goodmanson's goal will delight a surprisingly small number of our team. We're now well past the hour mark, so FPL managers will be looking at where they might be getting some handy clean sheets today. And there aren't many left out there, as you can tell. After breaking his duck last week, John Stones looks set to record another shutout this weekend, which will delight the 26% of players who own the Manchester City player. He's starting to look like a real bargain at just 5 million. At the London Stadium, it looks like it could be good news for the owners of Adrian, who is heading for his 3rd clean sheet in 4 matches. 113,000 savvy FPL managers could be about to earn some valuable points with him in their side. However, Tom Heaton, his formidable run has been ended. Gutted about this. That was ended by Wilfred Zaha, who's continued his good form. His assist for Connor Wickham was his 3rd in 3 matches, taking him to 36 points for the season, making him Palace's 2nd highest point scorer. Remember to keep your questions coming in for the guys on the panel at BT Sports Score. Well, Benteke is back to scoring form, having only scored 3 FPL points in his past 3 matches. That penalty's given the striker an extra 4 points and taken him to 32 for this season. Sunderland, meanwhile, finally have a glimmer of light as they continue to lead at Bournemouth. They've only lost once in their previous 8 matches against the Cherries, and boy, how a result on the South Coast could bring a bit of relief to David Moyes. Now, he said that he was under the radar, but Jermaine Defoe's performance at Bournemouth has surely shown his class to FPL managers. He's got himself a goal and an assist today, taking the 7.3 million man up to 9 points today and 58 for the season. And what about this tweet from a Sunderland fan, Andy Dawson, who's tweeted saying, "I think we should get Moyes to sit in the stand every week."